What if I told you an animated family from a make-believe town has predicted presidents, pandemics, and billion-dollar buyouts years before they happened? Tonight, we're diving into Springfield's strangest sorcery, the eerily accurate forecasts of The Simpsons. Grab a donut, switch off your present-day worries, and let's time travel through 16 jaw-dropping moments when yellow-skinned soothsayers nailed the future. Apple Vision Pro-Style Headsets, 2016 to 2024. Episode, Friends and Family. Mr. Burns straps Springfield into sleek VR glasses so immersive that Moe walks into a lamppost. 8 years later, Apple dropped the Vision Pro, and early adopters filmed themselves cooking, commuting, even walking into polls while wearing $3,500 goggles. FaceTime and the Wrist Computer, 1995 to 2010 and 2014. Episode, Lisa's Wedding. In 1995, the writers rock-skipped past Y2K and imagined 2010. Lisa flashes a picture phone to chat with Mom, basically FaceTime before anyone used the phrase, and her fiancé casually barks voice commands into a chunky wristwatch that answers back. Fast forward to 2010, Apple unveils FaceTime. 4 years later, Android Wear and Apple Watch put Talk to Your Watch tech on millions of wrists. Coincidence or clairvoyance? Either way, Springfield beat Silicon Valley to the ring. President Trump, 2000 to 2016, episode, Bart to the Future. A future flash. Lisa, newly elected as America's first straight female president, laments inheriting a budget crisis from President Trump. At the time, Trump was a tabloid businessman dabbling in third-party politics. 16 years later, he held the keys to the Oval Office, producing one of the most replayed Simpsons clips ever. FIFA corruption and Germany's upset of Brazil, 2014, episode, You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee. Homer's whistle takes him to the World Cup, where shadowy fixers bribe him to rig the final for Brazil. Homer refuses. Germany triumphs. Months later, real-world Germany blitzed Brazil 7-1 in the semifinals, and the next year, FIFA's top brass were frog-marched out on racketeering charges. Soccer fans cried foul. Springfield had already blown the whistle. U.S. curling gold over Sweden, 2010 episode to 2018 games. Episode, Boy Meets Curl. Homer and Marge skip a mixed doubles curling team that topples powerhouse Sweden for Olympic gold in Vancouver. 8 years later, Team Schuster shocked Sweden in Pyeongchang to win the first ever U.S. men's curling gold. The stone slid exactly where Springfield said it would. Homer's Higgs-Boson Blackboard, 1998 to 2012. Episode, The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, Midlife Crisis. Homer scribbles equations on a chalkboard. Physicist Simon Singh later calculated that one formula predicts a mass for the Higgs-Boson particle astonishingly close to the value confirmed at CERN in 2012, 14 years after the gag aired. Some call it math comedy, others call it a preprint hidden in prime time. Talk to Your Baby Tech, 1992 to 2000's apps and gadgets. Episode, Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes? Homer's half-brother Herb invents a handheld baby translator that converts gurgles into full sentences and becomes a millionaire. In the 2000s, startups from Y-Cry to today's AI-driven Chatterbaby launched devices and apps promising exactly that. Herb's redemption arc foreshadowed an entire niche of parental tech. Betting on a Nobel winner, 2010 to 2016. Episode, Elementary School Musical. Milhouse's classroom betting pool lists MIT economist Bengt Holmstrom as his pick for the Nobel Prize. He lost the wager in 2010, but 6 years later Holmstrom actually took the prize in economics alongside Oliver Hart. Not bad for a fourth grader with perpetual sinus trouble. Blinky Lives. Three-eyed fish discovered. 1990 episode to 2011 catch episode. 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes on every fish. Bart reels in mutant Blinky near the Springfield nuclear plant, torpedoing Mr. Burns's political ambitions. 2 decades later, fishermen in Cordoba, Argentina landed a real 3-eyed wolffish from a reservoir fed by a nuclear facility, sparking headlines that read like Springfield's front page. Reality imitated animation, right down to the third eyeball. The Buffet Lawsuit, 1992 episode to 2017 court filing. Episode, New Kid on the Block. Homer demolishes an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet, gets kicked out mid-munch, and sues for false advertising. In 2017, A Massachusetts man named Albert Fleming allegedly filed a $2 million complaint after being booted from Golden Corral for wolfing down 50 pounds of food over 7 hours. Eat Up Martha. Autocorrect fails. 1994 to 2007 iPhone. Episode, Lisa on Ice. Kearney taps Beat Up Martin into a Newton PDA. The gadget helpfully corrects it to Eat Up Martha. Apple's former iOS engineering director later admitted the gag became an internal rallying cry. No one wanted another Eat Up Martha when the iPhone keyboard shipped in 2007. Siegfried and Roy Tiger attack. 1993 to 2003. Episode, Springfield magicians Gunter and Ernst are mauled mid-act by their white tiger. 10 years later, Roy Horn suffered near-fatal injuries when Montecore turned on him during the Las Vegas show that inspired the parody. Springfield's stage fright became tragic reality on the Strip. Lady Gaga's cable drop halftime show, 2012 to 2017. Episode, Lisa Goes Gaga, S23E22. Gaga hovers above Springfield in a metallic harness, fireworks blazing. 5 years later, the real Lady Gaga descended from the NRG Stadium roof in an almost identical getup to open Super Bowl LI. Little Monsters gasped. Simpsons fans said, "Saw that in season 23. Hacked voting machines, 2008 to 2012. Episode, Treehouse of Horror 19th, S20E4. Homer tries to vote Obama. A rogue touchscreen flips each ballot to McCain. In 2012, footage from Pennsylvania showed a real machine flipping an Obama vote to Mitt Romney, prompting officials to yank it from service. Springfield's Halloween segment went from spooky to spooky accurate. Disney swallows Fox, 1998 to 2019. Episode, When You Dish Upon a Star, S10E5. A throwaway sign gag shows the 20th Century Fox logo with a sly subheading, a division of Walt Disney Co. Fans laughed, until the mouse actually wrote a $52 billion check in 2017, closing the deal in 2019. 21 years after the joke, Homer's studio really did become Mickey's kingdom. Pandemic and Murder Hornets, 1993 to 2020. Episode Margin Chains, S4E21. An Osaka flu bursts from misshipped juicers, triggering quarantines, and an angry mob accidentally releases a crate of killer bees. In 2020, COVID-19 swept the globe while viral headlines about Asian giant hornets, nicknamed murder hornets, buzzed across news feeds. 27 seasons earlier, Springfield had combined the two nightmares in one episode. So, are the writers time travelers, Illuminati insiders, or just whip-smart satirists who know how history tends to rhyme? Al Jean swears it's the last one, but the scoreboard keeps climbing. From quantum physics to pop music pyrotechnics, The Simpsons keeps lapping reality, sometimes decades in advance. If this list proved anything, it's that next Sunday's gag might be tomorrow's headline. Keep your eyes on Springfield, because Springfield already has its eyes on the future.